Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Saint Nightingale. In this tutorial video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew a Bubu dress with drawstrings and pearls. Let's go. So in this video, I'm going to be using bridal satin for this project. The back measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 gives us 7. As you can see in this video, I have already marked the back measurement. After this, I'm going to proceed to securing the wideness of the neck, which is 3.5. 3.5 times 2 is going to give us 7, so the neck is going to be as wide as 7. The depth of the neck is going to be 6 inches, so I'm going to place my measuring tape and mark the depth of this neck, which is 6 inches. But I don't want to do like a normal round neck. I wanted to like have a different kind of curve. So what I'm going to do is from that 3.5 inches that I had marked for the neck area, I'm going to do a different kind of curve to connect it to where I had marked the depth. So I took out 2.5 inches away from the depth area, and so I'm going to take that curve now to drop at where that 2.5 inches is and then make it curve properly from there, so that I can have a different type of cover, not every time round neck or v-neck, because I initially wanted to do a v-neck. So another method that I explored in this video was I doubled this fabric into two, so that I don't have to cut this at this time and cut this at that time. It might be a lazy method, but then it works for me. So I marked the back, the depth of the back. The depth of the back is 1.5 inches. So I picked up the scissors to cut out the 1.5 inches first. I picked the bigger ruler because the texture of the fabric, because I doubled it, was bigger than the scissors. So I picked a bigger ruler, rather a bigger scissors, and I cut out the back neck line or neck cut first. Then I took my smaller scissors, I opened up the fabric. Because of the pressing that has already happened by reason of pressing on the floor, it already has a mark for me to get the center. I picked the smaller scissors and then I traced the neck that I had drafted out with the smaller scissors for the front part only. Remember, this has been folded into two, so you do not want to make a mistake to cut the back measurement the same way you cut the front measurement. After doing this, I proceeded to securing the other side of the fabric or the neck area using the pieces that I cut out from the front part. You'll see what I did with this. Just follow me, let's go. So I took the pieces I cut out from what I call that the left side, and I placed it on the opposite side. Remember, I had not cut the other side of this front area, so I picked the pieces to also use that to trace out the other parts of the neck area with my scissors. So I took the small scissors again this time. After placing the pieces from the interfacing, or rather the opposite side, I took the scissors and trimmed out the complete neck area. Bearing in mind that this has been folded into two, so you do not want to make a mistake to cut the back. After I did this, I used my scissors to also cut out the joining, trace out from the shoulder now, so that I can separate the front part from the back part. So the measurement I'll be using for the entirety, I would say from the shoulder to the sleeves, is 21 inches. So that 21 inches, by the time I put my sewing allowance of 2 inches, because I want it to have 1 inch fold, it will give me 19, which is similar to the measurement for a 3/4 sleeves and not a full sleeve. So when this fabric is worn, it's going to be a 3/4 sleeves and not the full sleeve length. You can decide to make yours short sleeves. So from the 7 inches I had marked, which is the shoulder length, you can decide to make your sleeves say 15 inches long or 10 inches long. It just depends on what you want to achieve. So for this, I used the 3/4 length. So I went further to trace out the curve. The curve for this style started from the knee area, which is from shoulder to knee is 35. I mean above the knee now. So from the shoulder to above the knee is 35 inches because of the height of the person wearing this dress. And from that 35, I drew out the curve around the fabric to stop there. So I'm taking my scissors now, after marking with the chalk to define the edges and the curve. I'm using my scissors now to trace out the excess fabric so that I can now do the joining afterwards. So after separating the front fabric from the back fabric, I decided to mark the point where the drawstring is going to start from. Remember, I said at the beginning of this video that I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew the Bubu dress with a drawstring. The waist measurement is 15 inches. I mean the half length measurement is 15 inches. So I've marked 15 inches on the fabric, which is where the drawstring is going to start from. So up next, I'm going to be sewing in the rope that I will be passing into the drawstring. The drawstring that I created, or the drawstring casing that I created, is this style. I cut out 3 inches of fabric so that I can create a casing for it. So after doing that, I used my safety pin to turn it inside out, as you can see in this video. The reason I created this is so that it's different from the usual drawstring method that would require you sewing the fabric on like 3 lines and then passing the rope inside the drawstring. Instead, I created a casing that will take the 2 ropes but will only have 1 line on the fabric. You see what I mean as we proceed in this video. So I closed the edges, which I'm still going to open up when I'm passing the drawstring. So after everything, this is what you have. You have the 2 ropes that will be forming as a drawstring and then the fabric casing. Afterwards, I placed the fabric casing from the waist measurement to the tip of the fabric, and then I sewed it with my machine. Remember to pin it down first with your bobbin pin and then transfer to the machine to sew. As you can see, I said I would only have 1 line on the fabric, but then the casing will have 2 holes for the rope to pass through. Up next, I proceeded to sew in the bias on the neck area to conceal the opening for the neck area in front and the neck area at the back. The bias is quite easy because it already has the lines for the folding. As you can see, I'm just going across the neck and across the neck towards the back area. After this, I went on to close the tip of the fabric. Remember, I said 35 inches long from the shoulder to the above the knee area. I turned it in to follow that curve, and then I closed the shoulder of the Bubu. Remember to also rather sew down your sleeves. The sleeves that I used for this is 13 inches long from the tip of the fabric up to downwards. As you can see that I've joined the opening of the handle, the sleeves now. So I'm going to take it from that part now and then join on both sides. Remember to turn in your sleeves, the tip of your sleeves, which is for me was 21 inches, turned into 2 gave me 19 inches, and then the length was 13 inches long from the shoulder area. So I'm closing this now on both sides, on the left and on the right side. I'm going to flip over now and also do the same thing for the other side. If you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section and I'll be willing to respond to them. Let's proceed. So I'm closing the other side now of the fabric so that we can have our fully formed Bubu dress. So after sewing the left and the right side of the Bubu dress, I went on to pass the rope into the drawstring casing using the safety pin, just as I had done for the rope, to turn out the rope inside out and to also turn out the casing inside out. So as you can see in the video, I've put the safety pin on the rope. I'm going to open up the closing that I'd done earlier, and I'm going to pass the casing inside it. Another thing that can help you is before sewing the casing, you can weave the edges so that after joining it to flip over to the other side, you won't have to start worrying about the fabric, cutting out the fabric or cutting the fabric open. You just sew it on the fabric directly, and then close it up at the upper part, which is the waist area of where the fabric casing or the drawstring casing started from. So right now I'm passing the rope into the fabric casing or the drawstring casing, and here you go, voila, we're done. And this is what this looks like without drawing the drawstring. I'm going to show you what this looks like after pulling the drawstring. And this is what the drawstring looks like after pulling it. I'm going to be using these beads now to say bedazzle the entire look, so it gives it the sophisticated look that we had imagined. So I passed the needle into the fabric. At first I wasn't understanding, or I wasn't getting what I was trying to do, because I wanted it to have this layers and layers and layers, and so I stopped using this particular needle, passed another needle, and I started right from the top to create what you eventually see shortly. And this is what the final look looks like. I'm going to cut up the thread and show you what this eventually turned out to look like. So this is what the dress looks like without the drawstring. You would also see what the dress looks like after pulling the drawstring. If you like this content, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want this dress, you can reach out to us on our Instagram page at Nightingale.official. You can also watch our other content like how to create a corset dress, how to cut and sew a crop top or a palazzo trouser, and other contents like that we have on our page. So you can also style by using a brooch to cinch your waist, as you can see in this video. I mean, this dress is multifunctional. You can use without the drawstrings, with the drawstrings, and you can cinch your waist with a brooch to just give you that look that you like. Anything works for you with this outfit. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way another time, keep creating magic. Bye bye.